Don't worry, I get it. I meant what I said when I said it, lady. I never wanna look at a house in the garden. I never wanna lock you down.
What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. And today I am doing another pick a card reading. So before we get into that, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, today we are going down the rabbit hole with a pick a card reading on where is the path I'm on leading me. So everybody always wants to know if they're on the right path, if what they're doing is the right thing, if they should worry about the direction that they're taking. And really there's a little bit more into that, you know, I definitely have a couple of videos on, just inspirational videos, so definitely check out my channel for that. But yeah, today we'll just see if we can get some answers and guidance on what it is that your path is doing for you, where it's taking you. So let's get started, Source. What is the path that the collective on currently? Where is it taking them? From the collective, pick a pile 1, 2, and 3. The path that they're on currently, where is it leading them? What messages do you have for the collective, for the path that they're on and where it's leading them, and how we can help them get back into true alignment, right? So, Source, what messages do you have for the collective? Pick a card readings 1, 2, and 3, and the path that they're on and where it's leading them to. Okay, what messages do you have for the collective? Pick a card reading, piles 1, 2, and 3, and what path they're on and where it's leading them. Okay. Pile number 1, the path that they're on, where is it leading them, Source? Okay, so these two want to come out. Pile number 2, the path that they're on. Whoa, where is it leading them? Thank you. Okay. Pile number 3, the path that they're on, where is it leading them? Okay, so you guys also got 2 cards. These 2 are coming out. Okay, pile number 1, the path that they're on, where is it leading them, Source? What messages do you have for pile number 1? The path that they're on, where is it leading them? Okay. Thank you. Pile number 2, the path that they're on, where is it leading them? Pile number 2. Whoa, okay, so you guys got 2 cards too. Alright. And pile number 3, the path that they're on, where is it leading them, Source? Thank you. Alright. Let's get a dragon card for you guys to pick from pile number 1. What dragon will help them along their path to give them the messages they need to help just be strong on their path, to have the necessary courage to take the path to get them to where they're going? What dragon card for pile number 1? Okay, please have a dragon card for pile number 1. Thank you, Source. Okay, so you got Morrowind, number 13. And I'll show these once I get them all. Pile number 2. What dragon card will help pile number 2 along their journey? Okay. So I guess they want both of these, but I'll turn this one over. Since it fell out from the bottom there. Crazy. And pile number 3, what dragon card will help them along their journey? 1 card, please. Pile number 3. 1 card for pile number 3. Okay, thank you. Interesting look. For those of you that watch me do this, you'll see you've got strength on the bottom of the deck that I have drawn the cards from, and then from the dragon we have confidence on the bottom. So a lot of courage and confidence needed in this time to get to that place of independence. Okay, so we've got grace. So for pile number 1, we have Morrowind number 13. For pile number 2, you did get 2 cards, but we've got number 12 coming out in Emergence. Okay. And pile number 3, we've got 32 coming out with Grace. Okay, so take a moment, take a couple deep breaths, meditate on the journey that you're currently on and what that's bringing to you. And if you guys need more time, please pause the video. Okay, so pile number 1, for those of you that chose Morrowind. What is the path that you're on? What's it bringing you? Okay, so we have the Page of Wands in the upright. The 5 of Wands in the upright. And the Page of Swords in the upright. Okay. Make sure they're all on camera here. You just check one thing here and then I'll get some clarifying cards. Yeah, okay. You please have some clarifying cards for this Page of Wands energy for pile number 1 on the path that they're currently on. What is it bringing them to? The path that... Whoa! Okay, so that is far too many cards, but this one went off by itself, so I'll take that one. Alright, and please get a clarifying card for the Page of Swords. Please have a clarifying card for the Page of Swords for pile 1. Okay, thank you. King of Swords in the reverse. We have the 2 of Cups in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay. Wow. Alright. So, first and foremost, this is interesting. You could be a Gemini, a Leo, Aquarius, or a Cancer. You don't have to be. You could be dealing with somebody. There's a lot of people on the board here, so we have Page energy. So I feel like you started something. You just started something. You started to take action towards it, and you know it's like it's interesting because this 5 of Wands in the middle here, right? It's like you took action towards it, but then something happened, right? With this Tower or the House of God here for the Page of Wands. It's like all of a sudden unforeseen devastation and shock happened. Things like a reversal of fortune. Things fell apart. It was like you were going good. You had a lot of courage and energy and you were getting into it and you were really putting in the effort to do it. And then boom, all of a sudden something happened and it knocked you off what one would consider their high horse, even though I don't feel like you went into this with a lot of like, yeah, that's right, I'm gonna get it. Like I feel like you were really nervous to start this. And then something happened and it really knocked you off your journey, right? It knocked you off of what you were doing. And this was a test. So that's what I heard all of a sudden. This was a test. It was a test because I feel like it's been really hard for you to really change your course of action in life. You've always fought with doing something out of the norm. You've always fought with not fitting in. You've always fought with these things because it made you feel awkward and unusual. Exactly like a page, you know, like nobody trusted you and nobody wanted to believe you. Nobody wanted to listen to you. And there's a lot of wand energy here too. So it's like you wanted to take action, but it was just like getting into the right frame of mind, right? And this 5 of Wands indicates that even though this House of God moment happened and things fell apart, you're going to regain your balance, right? You're going to regain your balance. So with this 2 of Cups on the bottom here, it's saying that you cared about this particular project, but there was also another person that was involved, and you really thought that you were on the same level here. Like, look, you're like looking at this situation. You're like, did this situation knock them off of their rocker too? Did this situation really create, you know, a lot of imbalance for them? And what it showed you, pile one, what it brought you, okay? You're on the right path. I just want you guys to understand that. You're on the right path. This had to happen because it was a test of faith. All right? It was to test if you were ready to make the change or not. Because oftentimes we say we are ready, and then as soon as something devastating happens, we stop right away. But that's part of it. In the beginning aspects of it, it's a challenge. And what this brought you to is to realize that this person that you thought was on the same level as you, like, you guys are looking right at each other too. You're looking at this Five of Wands, but you're looking at each other. Like, if you move this, you guys are looking right at each other. And you really thought that they were on the same level as you. You thought you were going to grow up to King energy together. You thought you were going to grow up to Emperor energy together. Whatever it is, right? Empress energy. It doesn't matter. But you guys, you really thought that you were going to grow together. And it didn't work out like that. Because what this happened is that this showed you that this person that was involved with you, doing this with you, is actually very manipulative. Right? A Swords card clarified by a Swords card. Not only that, but the Page of Swords clarified by the King of Swords in the reverse. Showing that they're very good at showing that they're like playing dumb. When behind the scenes, they're looking at you like, oh yeah, this person's so gullible. You're so gullible. You fell for my trick. You fell for my trap. I got everything I needed from you. And I'm going to, you know, they close the door on you. I feel like they closed the door on you. And the thing is it created a situation for you where you got brokenhearted. You really brokenhearted and upset about this. And being upset about it, it really created a lot of turbulence for you. It has created a lot of turbulence for you. There's been a lot of wondering, is this going to ever get better? Am I ever going to change? And the thing is that they're very, like, you have to understand this person was very controlling. And I feel like at one point you realized that you were the only one that was giving into this connection. And when you guys were the only ones that were giving into this connection, you made that known. You made that known. And then they were dangerous about it. Like, this is dangerous energy. This is somebody who will step on somebody's toes to get what they want, no matter what it is. And to you, it made you feel like you weren't even on the right path. It made you feel like you'd failed what it was that you were doing. And you didn't, pile one. You didn't at all. Because look, we've got the Three of Swords under here, and then boom, right behind that we've got Judgment. This could have been a Scorpio. It could have been a Libra. It doesn't have to be. You could be that, or it could be highly aspect in their chart. We also have Leo energy coming out underneath that. But this is suggesting a happy outcome. Success. This created a situation where you learned how to look at people and understand people on a deeper level. It's like you've always had the ability to see to the heart of people, but now you know. And this created a situation where you don't trust people so easily. You trust Source better than you trust people. And it's like, nope, I'm going to trust Source over people because I've always been let down. I mean, look at this. This was somebody you thought really you were going to grow with. You really thought you were going to grow with them. They broke your heart because you saw through their mask. And Judgment is coming. Right? Judgment is talking about spiritual healing. This is like self-judgment. Whatever happens with them, it doesn't matter. And I know that you might be in this energy of like, I need to know what's going to happen to them. And at the end of the day, they're going to get their comeuppance. Like, that's the way it is. It's all about intention. If they put out a bad intention and they wanted to control you, that comes back around tenfold. That's the way it works. It's unfortunate that it is that way. In some cases, it is fortunate. But there's nothing that you can do to change that, okay? You're getting judgment. You're getting atonement. You're the one that is getting healing. You're the one that's getting a spiritual advancement because of this. You're the one that's growing up and out. They're staying stagnant. They're stuck in a manipulative, very immature energy. Very immature. I feel like you traveled towards this person too in some way. So whether that's you moved in with them or you were the one that was always going towards them to help get this situation up off the ground. But it scared you because when they broke your heart, you were afraid you weren't going to succeed at anything. And here's the deal. You are. You're exactly where you need to be with this Judgment card coming out. We have 5 here. This is change. This happened to change your heart. This happened to change your need to people please. This happened to change so that you weren't always giving everything away. You know, we have 5 here. Change. And then we have 7 showing spiritual victory. Spiritual victory. Ascension. Right? This is ascension energy. You've come up out of something that was holding you back for so long. And this was like you, as much as you didn't want to acknowledge it, and it made you feel like you were mentally trapped. This is actually you listening to your guidance, your intuition. With the 3 of Swords coming out in the upright, this is a very happy card in my deck, okay? This is a very happy card. This is saying that everything's going to work out. It's working out exactly as it should. To have Judgment right behind that, that's showing you that you're going through the spiritual healing necessary to connect your mind, body, and your soul. Like this is all about listening to your intuition and allowing your intuition to become the guide for you. And that's exactly why this situation had to happen. Yeah, this was a fool's journey that you took. Oh my gosh. Came in, thought you were going to build, and then it fell apart because this person was using you. This person was using you. It's unfortunate, Pile 1. I'm so sorry, but that's the path that you're on right now, okay? Like, you were on this path, and this person ended up using you. But it was for your greater good, okay? Like, I want you to understand that. I'm going to read this in just a minute. It was for your greater good. It wasn't for theirs, and maybe in some way, shape, or form it was for their greater good, but this was for your greater good. This was for you to gain control and to actually grow up. I feel like this forced you to grow up into Emperor or Empress energy without realizing it. Look at that instinct coming out. Oh my gosh. It flipped over. We'll get into the Oracle cards. I just have a little bit more to say here. Yeah, this was you because your emotional ego was on this trip of thinking that it had to be liked by everybody. And in being liked by everybody, you took on the brunt of the work. You're the one that put in all the work. Well, this person just went and sat on their happy little couch, watching their happy little shows, doing their happy little stuff, and not ever helping you. And eventually you got exhausted because you were burning yourself out. You were like trying to keep up with what this person wanted you to do. And trying to maintain the dream, right? Trying to maintain the dream that you had. And now what it has created is a situation where you now know you got to go it alone. And why do you got to go it alone? Because for so long you relied on everyone else to get you there. Because, Pile 1, you downplayed your greatness. You downplayed your amazing ability to do what needed to be done. And this person also thought you were gullible and that you were stupid and that you would always do what they wanted you to do. And unfortunately, it was a trap that you'd fallen into many, many times. Many, many times. Get my ghetto bag out. See my ghetto bag, my Ziploc bag full of messages. So let's get some messages for you, Pile 1. I had another bag, but I can't use it anymore because there's not enough space in it. So not that it matters. You gotta use what you got with what you have right now. Okay. I feel like those two. Do we have any more? Okay, that one. Yeah, let's open up these. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I'm so glad this one came out. Oh my gosh, look. So this is just kind of confirmation that this person's not on the spiritual journey. They're not on it. They weren't on it. They played it up, right? So they saw everybody else succeeding online with the spiritual journey, and they did the bare minimum research in it. They didn't allow the lessons to sink in, and then they found you, who you decided to take the spiritual journey, and because you decided to take the spiritual journey, this person really thought that they could ride your coattails. But that's the thing. You realized it. And that's the thing. You got, yeah, you are on the spiritual journey. You are doing exactly what you need to be doing. And this hurt. And I know this hurt a lot, Pile 1. I know it hurt a lot. And you're like, I didn't want to go through that. I get that. But it had to happen so that you could close a cycle. This was like closing out a cycle that was no longer serving you. And now you're going to bear the fruit of that. And the fruit of that is success, okay? And it's not to rub in this person's face. I feel like this person's judgment is watching you succeed because they thought you were the same as them. They really did. They thought you were a judgmental person. They thought that you were low vibrational. They thought that you were gullible. They thought that they could just use you to their advantage. And maybe they did for a little bit, but that's the thing. You followed your instinct, and your instinct told you better. Like, it's like, nope, this isn't going to work. Yeah, stop kidding yourself. Okay, like this tells me that you're really downplaying your own energy. Stop kidding yourself. You're an amazing individual. You're so much stronger than you think you are. You are so far advanced on the spiritual journey, and yet you really think that other people are so much further along than you, and they're not. They're not. You're going to be the leader. You're going to be the one that opens up a new era for people, and you have to really embrace that about yourself. Stop being like, oh, I'm not good. I'm not, I'm not that far along. I'm not this. I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, and that's hard. Like, when you get brokenhearted like this, the first thing that you think is like, I must not be listening to my intuition, otherwise I wouldn't have gotten brokenhearted like this. This was spiritually guided. This connection was spiritually guided. It happened so that it could break your heart. Like, I feel like you got brokenhearted before this, but there was just a crack. And that crack needed to be cracked wide open. Like the Grand Canyon. Why do I have that right now? This person made a lot of promises, because I got that song in my head. 'Cause there is no Arizona, no painted desert, no Sedona. If there were a Grand Canyon, you could fill it up with the lies he's told you, but they don't exist. Those dreams he sold you, you'll wake up and find there is no Arizona. Da 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 da. Yeah, right? Like, this person sold you a lot of lies, and you're a very trusting person, Pile 1. You're a very trusting person. Oh, yes! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, Pile 1. I can't. It says, the promise, your blessing is yours. That's the promise. The blessing is yours. It's been yours all along. It was yours when you started this, even when you got involved with this person. The promise, the blessing is yours. You're on the path to a happy outcome, even though this hurt like hell. This felt like a Mack truck running you over. Okay, so we've got, oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, we've got Instinct Wolf. We've got Fruit Bat, Flying Fox, Kindness, and Flying Fox. Every time this comes out, I always think of Clever Girl. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. I always think about that line from Jurassic Park. It always runs through my head, Clever Girl, because it's like, that's how fast you learn. Just like the raptors in that movie. It's like, remember how they were testing the fence and they never hit the same spot twice? That's how you are. You quickly pick up on things. I'm not trying to compare you to a raptor. No, like, please don't take that personal. It's just, it's a comparison of intelligence. It's like, you never hit the same thing twice because you don't need to. You already did this. You don't need to do it again. You already been down that road. You don't need to do it again. And you know that. That's the spiritual journey. That is what's so great about it. And then we've got number 14. This is 12, so this is 3. Your angels are with you. And then I love that this came out. We have the number 14. Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. And don't worry, I'm going to get into these a little bit further, but I want you guys to see something interesting here. We have 12, 13, and 14. You guys have made excellent progress here. Yeah, maybe it's a little all over the board, but you've made the progress, okay? Look, wolf instinct, you can't get clearer than that. Your instinct knew. Like, I feel like you knew way before this person showed their true colors, you knew their true colors already, even though you were trying to convince yourself that that's not how they were. Like, this was like, you just need to climb up over the mountain of old thinking, of old beliefs, of old patterns. That's really how you took it. And then what this created was a situation so that you could learn to trust your instinct, your intuition, right? Your wisdom, your own inner wisdom, the need to survive. You know, you think about a wolf, they're a lone wolf. You need to go it alone for a little while, right? Not only do you need to go it alone for a little while, you need to learn how to survive on your own and not put all, I know I said this earlier, your comeuppets, but not to put all your comeuppets on another person, because they're just going to take advantage of you. And that's because people, not everybody is like you, pile one. And I don't want to be the one to say that, but it's true. We sometimes often learn the hard way, right? And so then we have flying bat, kindness, or flying fox, kindness. And this is, you have to learn how to be kind to yourself instead of giving away all your power to someone else. This is you having to learn to be kind and gentle with yourself, and accepting that sometimes you're going to have upsets like this, but that is bringing you closer and closer to your blessing, because that's bringing you closer and closer to your internal knowledge, right? Your internal wisdom, your internal guidance. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up for this situation. And I feel like you let it weigh very heavy on your heart, because it did hurt. Why did it have to hurt so bad? Like, that's what I hear. Why did it have to hurt so bad? You know why? So you can find your strength. That's why. It's not, oftentimes it's not Source trying to be mean to us. It's Source teaching us a spiritual lesson so we don't have to repeat that again in the future. You're closing this out. You've closed out this cycle. So it's like, what do you really need? Be willing to accept support. There's so much support available to you. You only need to ask for help, and you will receive it. Let go of fear and pride, as they do not benefit you nor give you what you desire. Perhaps you feel inundated by challenge. Take a minute to think about what you need support with. Evaluate your feelings. Evaluating your feelings will enable you to effectively communicate what you want. Asking for help may seem scary, and you may feel vulnerable. There are plenty of people who would love to be there for you. It is not demeaning to ask for help. Strength comes from the ability to recognize your personal needs. Release any feelings around being a burden to others. People love to help others, and it is really healthful and smart to ask for help. It is important to know when extra help is needed, and I feel like that's what you need help with right now in this time, is asking your guides to help you deal with the hurt and the pain of this, and realizing that it was human for you to not see them in their truth. It was human. But in that moment of being human, your soul taught you a very valuable lesson. But it's okay to ask your spirit guides, your angels, your guardians, whoever you believe in or whoever you talk to. It's okay to ask them for help to heal from this, because this was really weighing on your character. You really beat yourself up for that. But it's bringing you exactly to where you need to be. It's bringing you to where you need to go. Morrowind. I always call it Morrowind, but it's Mordwin, so that's a D in the center there, and it doesn't look like it. But Mordwin is an awesome character, hugely powerful and all-encompassing. You are the power. Accept it as your own. Only you are the master of your destiny. He will open doors, put people or situations in your path which will lead you towards living your divine purpose. It's exactly what happened here. It is his responsibility to help guide you to fulfill the contract you made in spirit before coming to earth for this incarnation. His message is clear. Ignore him at your peril. You have a job to do, so let's get on with it. You have the tools and the knowledge you need. Your self-doubt hinders you. Your time is now. The world needs to see your light. Let it shine forth. Step into your heart, and we will take you the journey together. He also adds, your world requires more light to create the changes which are essential. I am your guide. Allow me to align you with your inner personal matrix of inner light. Let it shine forth in the world. Together we can begin to connect the earth and the galactic matrix, anchoring into the planet. And this is the galactic matrix here. Okay? Ask Mordwin to come to you in meditation, requesting his assistance to guide you along your chosen path. Yeah, this is exactly, so this happened for your destiny. Are you on the right path? Yes, pile one. Let me just say that. Yes, you're on the right path. What's it leading you to? Your soul destiny. Like, this isn't just something that happened out of the blue. This isn't just something that you accidentally messed up on. No. This was promised before you ever incarnated, to meet this person, to go through this challenge, to have this upset so that you could learn what is yours on the journey, so that you could discern the next steps. And not only that, but so you could learn to trust the power of your own intuition, which is far greater than you could ever understand. Okay, and it's gonna be a learning lesson. Like, it's gonna be a trial and error. You're gonna learn to listen to it better at times, and you're gonna have moments of what one might consider weakness, but that's not weakness. Just take it as constructive criticism, okay? Because that's in all actuality what it is. It's not like, if you want to be a painter, this is just an example. If you want to be a painter, you're not going to become a painter overnight, especially if you've never painted before, right? You're probably going to make a lot of mistakes. Even if you follow a Bob Ross tutorial, you'll probably make a lot of mistakes. It'll probably look a lot like a children's painting, if that. Like, for me, I wouldn't even look like a children's painting. It would just look like a blob of paint. But after practice, after time spent doing it and really working towards it, then you start to see the definement. The lines get defined. The lines become sharper. They become clearer, That's exactly your intuition. When you first start, it's just kind of like a blob on a canvas. Kind of like, well, what's what? Is that my intuition? Is that my ego? What is that? And then as time goes on, you learn to really define that. And as you define that, then you're like, oh no, I know that's my intuition. And you begin to trust. So what is this path taking you towards? Towards learning how to really trust your intuition. Because I feel like in a past life, that's why you had to meet this person. I feel like this person took you for a lot in a past life. And it's not something to be angry at them about, because again, they have to deal with their own energetic dealings with the energetic source, right? Like, that's how it is. It can be karma, but a lot of people misinterpret karma. It's just really based on the fact that they're going to have to live out their own rulings, right? It's all intention. And if you have bad intention towards the world, you're going to get bad intention in return. It's just a fact of life, okay? But you're on the right path. It's leading you towards a greater, stronger intuition, something that many, many people are going to be jealous of, something that many people are going to wish that they had. And it's yours because you're the one that's listening to it. Even though you might have gotten hurt in this situation, overall, you still listen to it. You still listen to it. You still question whether or not that was your intuition. And that's a test of faith. Questioning your own intuition, okay? This is what I have for you, pile number one. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Okay, pile number two. Give me just a second. I gotta get a drink of water here. Maybe a gulp of water. Holy moly. Ugh, I'm thirsty. Okay. Alright, so you got two cards, but for those of you that chose Emergence, I love this card. It's so beautiful. Just all my dragon cards I love. This is for you. Where is the path you're on? What is it taking you towards? I think that's a question I asked. Anyways, it changes because it's really, are you on the right journey and what's it taking you towards, right? So we have the Six of Swords. All right. The Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oh, and the King of Wands in the upright. Okay. Look at you go. Shoot. Let's get some clarifier cards here. And please have a clarifying card for the Three of Cups in reverse, Source. And please have a clarifying card for the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, well, I was going to get two in regardless. So, oh. With the Queen of Coins on the bottom of the deck, and you all are looking at each other. Whoop, whoop. Alrighty, righty, roo. Sorry, I'm just in a goofy mood today. So this is for the Three of Cups. We have the Five of Swords. Interesting. And then let's use this for this one. Okay. Alright. So this is a mind game for you. Let me just say, like, what's the path that you're on? It's taking you towards love, right? It's taking you towards love. You're going to find somebody that's on an equal level as you. Yes, you might be the wands, they might be the coins, right? They don't seem like they mix, but at the end of the day, you're both in the upright. You're both coming to the same levels. You could be Sagittarius, you could be a Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, heavy Aquarian energy here. But yeah, let's be real here. So you're on the right path, but you've had a lot of dealings. You've had a lot of upsets. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of broken hearts. And what is your path bringing you to? Well, you can't get more clear than that. That's love. That's love. That's a match, right? And this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. I mean, it can be. You've got a king and queen here, so that definitely indicates romantic love. But this could also just be somebody coming into your life that is there for you through thick and thin, right? Balance. You've had to learn how to balance out your life, how to balance out your mindset, how to balance out yourself, and to listen to source, because for a long time you were in this very immature mindset, kind of like letting everything affect you, letting everything really weigh on your shoulders, and then taking action based on what you thought. You know, it's like he's like defending his lower half of his body, which is the journey forward, and then also in the mindset of chopping off his head, like not sure if he's going to listen to the right thing or, you know, do anything. It's like, and this is based on the past. It's like your past has affected your action towards the future. And for this to be the clarifying card for the Six of Swords here, it's saying a lot of times you were in a lot, like I keep hearing a legal argument, but it doesn't have to do with actual law. It's just like that's the kind of argument that you had in your life. There's a dragonfly outside right now. It's blue. So there was a lot of arguing in your life. You argued a lot with your folks. You argued a lot with your friends. You argued a lot with your family members. You argued a lot with your lovers. Whatever it is, you argued a lot. And this is the thing. Look, emergence. It's interesting because emergence in this deck is dragonfly, right? And then a dragonfly flying by. Like I had to tell you that because again, that's like synchronicities coming out through and through. And so it's like you emerged from this thinking. It's like you went from being very childish in the way that you approached life to coming through to a balanced state. And the reason that you were like this is nothing against you, okay? It's not. Like, this is just, you had to grow up because what happened in your life was that you were the one that took care of all the adults in your family, and you took care of them emotionally, and it put you in a place of always giving to others before you ever gave to yourself, including your mindset. It was kind of like when people didn't feel better when you brought them healing, like you really took that as a personal situation, like something's wrong with me. If I can't make them feel better, then who am I? Like it's this energy of feeling broken because you couldn't help them. Like you didn't know how to fill up your own cup, and in turn, because your cup was empty, you're pouring into empty cups. Like it's a big old black hole no matter how you look at it. And that's nothing against you. You're a natural healer. Okay? And you had to learn how to heal yourself. But look, you're clarified by the Five of Swords. This is success at all costs. Like it doesn't matter what's going on. This is success for you. This is a justice for you, right? This is something coming through that's bringing you justice. It's bringing you clarity. It's bringing you to a place of having spiritual growth and spiritual balance. And in that spiritual balance, it's like now you've learned to ignore that negativity that's coming in towards you. It's like for so long that affected your mindset, right? You were just kind of like living a child's life over and over again, repeat. It was a cyclical process that you kept living in. And then one day it was kind of like, okay, I'm tired of this. I'm really tired of these cycles. And it was like you blossomed into this beautiful flower and found your own harmonious state. Like you're equal on all sides. You've always been equal on all sides. It's just that you kind of leaned on one side more than the other. And that was always your opinion or your need to help others, okay? And it's okay, you're opinionated. That's great. That's great. But what you've learned is that your opinion is not the have all be all end all. It's just how you feel about it, and it's the perspective that you bring to it, and you realize that can help people, but it can also hinder people. And this is a huge growth for you because of what you've been through. Look, you're on a conquest, and your conquest is to get out of this mental mind prison that has been created in your life because of your parents. This is child neglect. This Three of Cups in reverse is talking about being neglected as a child. It's talking about two parents who can't take care of their seedling. You know, when it's in the upright, it's cause for celebration because you're growing. It's like going from 2 becoming 3. You're growing, but it's in the reverse. It's like maybe they were happy that you came along, but the only reason they were happy that you came along is because they couldn't put their problems on each other. And because they couldn't put their problems on each other, they instead put their problems on you. And that put you in a mind frame of being just disheartened from everything. It was like you just felt like you had to battle everybody, which is why this Page of Swords is here clarifying the Six of Swords. You had to battle everybody. But look, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because you learned how to ignore the negativity. You learned how to ignore the bullshit. You learned how to ignore others because others don't matter. What they think of you, how they feel of you, what they create for you, it does not matter. That's on them. That's no way, shape, or form meaning that you're less than. You know that you're worthy of. And that's, if you haven't come into this energy yet, the path that you're currently taking, if you continue to do what you're doing, this is the realization that you're going to have. You're going to get out of this fight or flight energy, come up into balance and harmony. You're going to win against the negativity, and then boom, you step right up into this King of Wands energy. This is taking action towards your dreams. This is being creative, having a lot of passion in what it is that you want. And not only that, but holding your heart in your hand. Right? You're holding your heart in your hand, and you're willing to take the steps necessary to still be a loving person towards everybody else out there, but knowing that you still have to protect yourself, and you're not afraid to do so. You're not afraid to do so. Right? It's interesting because he's got a lot of like armor on. The King of Wands, he's got a lot of armor on. It's like he's ready for battle. Like he's definitely one of the ones that's ready for battle. Like he's ready to go and fight for what he feels is right. And because of that, then boom, you're inviting in somebody who's stable, who's independent, who's like the bougie bitch. Okay, like I'm not, and there's nothing about that. It's just like you guys will be bougie together. That's cool. But you guys are like together this powerhouse that people wish they had, and you only have eyes for each other. You only support each other. So again, if this is a friendship, don't get it twisted. It's just you guys support each other. You don't go to outside sources. Look at how you block yourself off from outside sources. She's holding the coin because it's like you're both fixated on the material realm and manifesting in this material realm. And it's like she's holding that, and you're both looking at each other like, okay, what steps do we need to take to make sure we're manifesting at our highest potential? It's like she's like, it's cool, we'll ward off anybody who's outside of us. You've overcome this pain. You've overcome this pain. It's like this broken-hearted energy that has been in your life. You realize that it's not who you are. It's just something that happened to you. Does that make it a good situation? No, it has nothing to do with good or bad. It has everything to do with the fact that you learned how to overcome it. You learned how to overcome it. You learned how to be in the place of self-love because for so long you were giving one-sided love. Right? For so long, here you are, the Ace of Cups with the Two of Cups, and they didn't want you. Not that your parents didn't want you, okay? It's just energetically they didn't know how to take care of you, is what I should say. They were in this energy of putting all their problems on you, and therefore you were the only one that was giving one-sided love, which left you brokenhearted and not knowing how to connect, not knowing how to be with yourself, not knowing how to get what you want, to manifest what you want. And so you've emerged. And look, oh my god, I love these cards so much. I just love tarot. Tarot is the greatest thing on the face of the planet. Well, besides Source, right? Okay, So you have emergence. You've emerged. You've grown. It's like you've gotten past this stage in the egg, and now you get to grow. But look at what else came out with it. And I had no idea this card came out with it. Balance. Balance. Number 1, it's like you've learned how to balance the... What is this? Number 6 is talking about balance, inner harmony. I'm going to put these here. Let me get some more oracle cards for you. But yeah, you fought for your life. Gosh, you fought for your life. You fought for everything that's yours. And it's like a lot of times I feel like you would fight for the things that were yours, but they would get taken away. Gaia, nurturing. Okay, that makes sense. And cave, sanctuary. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Let's get a couple more here. It's like you were on the warpath just to create the life that you wanted, and it was like frustrating because look, we've got purpose on the bottom, shark 36, and then learning underneath that, sacred ibis. You're learning your life's purpose because of the path that you're on currently. Like, just keep moving, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Like, that's it. Your life's purpose is to have this power person in your life because you're a power person, and together you guys are going to change the masses. Like, it's a very encouraging... Whoa, okay. All right, then. It's a very encouraging energy. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. This card rarely ever comes out. Union of the Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. 28, which is number 10. Like, I can't even make that up. What did I say? You guys are moving towards love. Like boom. Boom. There you go. It says love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. The number 43 card, which is 7. Luck, if you change what you're doing, right? And you've changed what it was that you were doing, and now you're on the path of luck to a great union. This is a grand union that you have in your life. Look, ritual 35, which is 8. Yes, so finding the rituals that serve you. Okay. So let's get into this. Nurturing. This is about finding that time to really give yourself self-love. Like I said, this created a situation where you didn't know how to love yourself because you couldn't be loved fully. They could only love you the amount that they love themselves. What you see with these reversed cups is not very much. They had empty cups. How could they give you a full cup when they had empty cup? So Gaia is all about self-nurturing, spending time out in nature, spending time with yourself, going and taking a bath, going and bird watching, butterfly watching, just, you know, maybe you go and stare at the flowers for a while. Whatever it is, it's just finding time to ground yourself and nurturing and loving yourself and being that beautiful soul that you are at the depths, and knowing that you are worthy of the love that you desire, right? Sanctuary, cave. This is about that creative... What did I say? You're on the path of creation already. You're on the right journey. This is about finding solitude, time to yourself. Like the cave represents the womb. It's interesting that both of these are talking about fertility and family, and this comes out over the family card, right? So it's like finding that time by yourself to build the creative endeavors that you want. Creating a sanctuary for yourself. Like, not worrying about the outside world. It's like pouring into yourself and what it is that you want to do. Like if you want to paint, if you want to draw, if you want to sing, if you want to dance, if you want to, you know, be a mechanic, if you want to build cars, if you want to build clocks, if you want to, whatever it is, right? There's so many things that the world needs, and whatever your talent and your desire and your passion is, the world needs it, okay? So it's just finding that time. I'm going to read emergence but not balance, because I feel like balance speaks on its own. Like you've come into a state of balance. You've come into a place of truly accepting who you are, right? And learning how to balance out that energy and find the inner peace. So you have a lot of throat chakra energy here. We have crown chakra, we have root chakra, and sacral chakra, heart chakra. And then we have a mixture of all the chakras in this card, okay? So this is definitely about balancing yourself out. Let me get the book for this. So we have number 12. Okay. This dragon shows up when we need to take a long, hard look at ourselves and how we live, what we do, and more harshly, our behavior. None of our dragons are a pushover, and they all demand on occasion that we take long, hard looks at ourselves. Emergence is no difference. He gets straight to the nitty-gritty and informs you you are responsible for your life, behavior, and experiences, and more importantly, how you react to them. Grit and determination is the order of the day. When this powerful archetype finds his way into your cards, listen to the wisdom of emergence as he says, it is time to reflect. You need to take stock of that which you value and is important to you. Contemplation and quietness is required. Your experiences may have been vexing, but you cannot dwell here, but you can learn. Understand what needs to be harnessed and let all others go. From this place, a new vibrant you can emerge, but you must allow yourself time to reflect. Go within to that inner place of peace and bring forth that which you wish to be. Sometimes as spiritual beings, having a human experience on earth can be really tough, but he finishes with, remember, you are safe. Your fears are all but paper tigers and figments of your imagination. And I feel like that's what you're starting to do. I mean, definitely, like I said, I understand why the Page of Swords came out over here, because it's saying that for a long time you had to be right. Like it was just needing to be right made you feel like you were getting heard, okay? And that's not a bad thing. It's just, that's the emotional ego coming out, showing the wounding from your childhood, that Three of Cups energy in the reverse, right? And then I'm going to read the Union of the Hearts. Like I said, it rarely ever comes out. I think that this is very telling. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. It's like all you've wanted in your life was to be loved, like, and to be worthy of love. And so you're learning to be worthy of love for yourself. And being worthy of love for yourself is what's bringing you into this union. This card is just absolutely stunning. A love connection defies explanation. This is so special, unique, and cannot be defined in words. This love is comfortable and a perfect fit. It can be between parents and children, romantic partners, or in a special friendship. It is important to recognize the significance love has in your life. Shift your attention to the essentials in your relationship. Celebrate the wealth of love present in your life. This card is prompting you to redirect your awareness from your goals and desired outcomes onto your relationships. You don't have to wait for a special occasion to do something for someone you love. Send a note, a card, or a flower. Let them know how you truly value them and the part that they play in your world. You are being reminded of the important significance relationships have in your life. Reflect on the role love plays in your world. Yeah, so again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a partnership, a relationship, a romantic relationship. This is somebody that's coming into your life that through thick and thin, they're going to be there for you. And that very well could be the family that you never had. This is soul tribe coming in. Whether that's your soul mate, the person you mate with for life, or whether that is just your soul tribe coming in, it doesn't matter. This is a powerful bond that you're going to have with this person. This is a powerful connection that you have with this person. Oh, and I almost forgot. I did this for pile 1. My bad, pile 2. Please, my ghetto bag. Let me get my ghetto bag here. Okay, like I used to have it in a nice velvet bag, but the velvet bag ran out of room, so I had to move up to a Ziploc bag. So, you know, it's cool. It still works the same. Let me get some messages for you here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, yoga for balance. All right. Yeah, so I feel like this will help you keep balance. You have balance coming out twice here. Yoga for balance. Just taking some time. You don't have to, like, incorporate yoga into your everyday life. I mean, you can if you want. But this is about learning to feel your body, right? This is about really listening to your internal spirit and listening to your body. Walk with nature, with Gaia. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love that. Look at this coming in like a heavy hitter right here, right? Yeah, so walk with nature. Don't be afraid to take time in nature and really get your answers that way. Oh my gosh, not all who wander are lost. Exactly. I feel like people think and I feel like you've been told that on your journey, like your family, your friends, maybe they think you're crazy for doing what it is that you're doing. They're like, you're lost on your journey, like you don't know what you're doing because you're not doing the normal 9 to 5, you're not doing the things that everybody else is doing. But just remember, not all who wander are lost. Like you're wandering with purpose. You have a purpose to what it is that you're doing. And when the the manifestation of everything that you've gone through comes to, and you get into this amazing connection. Okay, this is a connection. When you get into this amazing connection, then suddenly everybody's going to be like, wow, how did you do that? Like, what is it? And you're going to be like, y'all thought I was crazy. Y'all thought I was crazy. So you might already practice yoga, so just keep practicing yoga. I love that card, like, or that message. Like, I feel like I'm so happy that that came out. You know, spending time with nature, definitely apparent here with the Gaia card coming out as well. So you're on your path of purpose. What is this journey that you're on leading you to? It's leading you to the ultimate connection, whatever that is. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be love. So for those of you that have kind of sworn off, you know, being in a relationship, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. This is somebody who's going to help you just become more you, and you're going to help them become more of themselves too. It's like you're going to be two peas in a far out pod. That's like, seriously, you guys are going to be two peas in a far out pod. Like, I don't mean to laugh. It's just sometimes when the messages come out, like, I don't hear them until they come out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh. Like, that's why it's so funny to me, because it's really truly a channeling that's coming through to you. It's so, they make me laugh because it makes me think of certain things, and I'm just like, yep, that's really what you guys will be. You'll be two peas in a far out pod. I love that. That was perfect, Source. Thank you. And so just remember to find your peace, find your own inner being, and celebrate who you are. And just knowing that this upset that you had to go through as a child, it was just bringing you back to who you remember you are, you know, and you're an amazing individual. You're beautiful energy. You have beautiful energy about you. You're unique, and I think people admire how unique you are, Pile 2, and it just kind of like baffles them sometimes, because they're like, wow, like how did Pile 2 become Pile 2? And you're just like, I've always been this way. It's just that I had to overcome a lot of fears that I had from my childhood, and just keep doing that. Keep facing those fears. Keep facing the upset within you, because it's not the fears standing in front of us that are making us fear life. It's what's within us that's making us fear, right? And so it's like, once you face that and you tell that part of your inner child that, you know what, we're an adult now, we're no longer living in that situation, then it can come out and it can emerge. And then when you let your inner child emerge, that's when you're letting your spirit shine through, because that's when we're at our most innocent state. And that's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of it. So I hope this really helped you out on your journey, Pile 2. I'm sending you out so much light and love. It's been amazing. It's truly an honor to be here reading for you. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, set that notification bell down below. I love you guys, and until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. All right, Pile 3. Those of you that chose Grace, the number 32, this is for you. And let me get a drink of water again. It's been very dry this summer. Very dry, so maybe you guys could drink some more water too. But what is the journey that you're on? What's it leading you to? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. The upright. Ooh, the Nine of Cups in the upright. And the King of Swords in the upright. Look at y'all. Look at y'all go. Whoop, whoop. Destiny. We've got Destiny playing out Pile 3. Cause you guys got something to do. I couldn't tell you. Don't even, I don't know, guys. That's just whatever. I like to be silly all the time. So let me get a clarifying card here for the Nine of Cups. May I please have a clarifying card for the Nine of Cups? One card, Source. Whoa, okay. All right. All right, coming out in the upright. And then a clarifying card for the King of Swords. May I please have a clarifying card for the King of Swords here? And please have a clarifying card for the King of Swords. One card, Source. Not a whole pile. That's way too many cards. Way too many cards there. Please have a clarifying card for the King of Swords. Please have a clarifying card for the King of Swords. Please have a clarifying card for the King of Swords. One card, please. Alright, thank you. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. All right. Okay. Whoop whoop. Not too bad. And then look at that. The Nine of Cups in the bottom in the reverse. So this is what you're thinking. You're confused right now. You're like confused and worried about the journey. You're worried that you're stuck in a situation that you can't get out of because you're trying to manifest stability and communication. But look at this. Oh my gosh. I love this. All right. I'll put all these back on the bottom of the deck, but I just want you guys to see this. So we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, okay? I'm going to put it here. So you're confused about the situation. You're wondering if things are going to work out, right? Because you feel very trapped. You feel like enslaved in a situation, like you're never going to get your Ace of Pentacles, right? Like your Ace of Coin. Am I going to get my money? Am I going to manifest the wealth in my life that I desire? Because look, the Queen of Swords coming out, because I want wealth. And your wealth isn't necessarily money, it's stability. And the stability could be love, it could be family, it could be a partnership, it could be a friendship, right? But it's like you just want to be able to clarify what your wealth is. You don't want to just be bound by this situation. You're concerned about that. You're like, am I ever going to get this? You're almost defensive about it, right? And then this was in the upright. And then you have the Six of Cups right here, because you're about to come up into a situation of love. And I feel like the reason I turned it into the reversal, because Source wanted you to know, it's like I feel like you've been through a lot of repeated bad relationships. You've been through a lot of repeated bad relationships, but you're coming into a place of love. You're coming into a place of love. You're coming into a place of happiness. You're coming into a place of truth, because look at what your journey has brought you, right? You're worried, though. You're definitely worried. You're in your head. You're, well, not just in your head, you're in your emotions about the material realm. Like you're in your head and your emotions about the material realm here. And the reason being is because currently you're dealing with somebody that is manipulative, right? That's not very kind to you, and you know it, and you're very aware of it. And I feel like you've told this person, hey, look, this isn't working for us. Like, I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay collected. I'm trying to stay cool. Like, this is that energy of being able to communicate in a very effective way while keeping yourself protected. Like, the King of Swords is always this energy of staying in your frame. Like, you have defenses at both sides. So you're definitely on the defense, but you're not so much so that you're hurting other people. It's like when this person comes in swinging towards you, it's like they come in swinging. They try to ram you on the head with their baton, and you're like, lift up the sword, and you're like, bam, deflected. And they come around the back, and you put this behind you, you're like, bam, deflected, bitch. Okay, like, this is really overbearing power right here. This is somebody who wants to control you, and you're like, no, like, you don't get it. You don't get to control me. And look at it. Like, you've started a new project. You've started something new. You've taken that journey. You've come up into this powerhouse of energy. It's like Source handed you the wand. Okay, pile 3, it's your turn to take the baton. Here you go. And that's exactly what happened here. It's like they handed you the baton, and you're like, cool, I'm gonna run with it. And when you took it and you ran with it, look, you feel fulfilled. You feel like this is your destiny. Like, that's why you're wondering, am I doing what's right for me? Because you feel fulfilled. You feel excited about it. Like, this is very excited energy. It's like you still feel like a newbie at it. Like, you're still trying to gain your footing in it. And it's like, it doesn't matter. You're still willing to do it because you're excited about it, right? You want to be a leader. You want to have that success. You want to have recognition, but not just recognition by people. You want to be recognized as a person who can help others. And that's what fulfills you the most, is the ability to help others find their inner selves. And that's definitely something that's coming out here for you. It's like you communicate well with others. Like, I feel like you may be a speaker. You may speak on YouTube. You may speak on Facebook. You may speak on TikTok, on Instagram, or on Twitter. Like, you have a sense of words about you, and you're constantly out there talking to people and helping people really find the root of themselves, right? And it's funny because I was saying this too in an earlier pile. If you connected with that pile, I'm not going to say which one, but if there was another pile that you connected with, definitely go and see it if you have time. But he's definitely ready for battle. He's one of the other kings in my deck that's ready for battle. You know, you have the King of Cups. He's not. He's just very like sitting in his chair. He knows what's his, and he knows that he doesn't need to go to battle because he has other people that are ready to go to battle for him. But the King of Swords is like the person who gets down in the trenches. That's why he's a leader. Like, he's the one that gets down in the trenches and helps the collective. You help the people. You are the one that went through it first. And it's like you're still going through it with this person in your life. And that's why you feel so confused. That's why you feel so confused and trapped. It's like, when is this going to end? Am I ever going to manifest what it is I desire? But you already feel fulfilled. Like, that's the thing. You're already in this energy of feeling fulfilled. You're already in this energy of feeling passionate about what it is that you've taken on. And even though you still feel like you're brand new at it, you're still willing to take it as it comes. Like, I get ebb and flow from this. Like, you're taking it as it comes. You're not giving up. It's like, I like what I do. I'm going to keep doing it because it really brings me a lot of passion. And I'm not going to shy away from that passion. And you don't. You don't. You take it head on. And it's like when situation arises that's challenging, you work your way through it. This is the sign of Gemini. This is communication, Mercury energy coming through. Mercury is about problem solving as well as being effective in the way that you communicate towards others, right? Knowing that you can work your way through the problem. And that is what you're doing. It's like you're really working on that energy, really working on that stability within yourself. And it's like, but you don't see any coin energy here yet. And that's why you're concerned. You're just confused. Am I going to manifest this? Like, is it going to come? Am I going to get what I want? Like, what is this journey even bringing me? Well, I'm going to tell you what it's bringing you. It's bringing you the ability to overcome people like this with grace and kindness. You've grown up so much, Pile 3. I don't even know what your prior cards are, but the amount of energy that is bursting out from you right now shows me that you have done so much inner work. And you've changed yourself. You've changed every aspect of who you are. And it's like you keep changing. You keep evolving. Why do you keep evolving? Because you feel like everything is... This is like the red carpet. Okay? The 9 of Cups in my deck is like a red carpet being thrown out for you. Everything you could have ever wanted. And that's what you feel like. You're like, wow, I'm doing something I love doing. I you know, maybe you don't have recognition right now for it, but you know in your heart you are going to get recognized for it. And the reason you doubt is because this person makes you feel terrible. They may, like, they're not for you on the journey. Like, they're queen energy in the reverse. It's like this may be a Aries. This may be a feminine, a divine feminine in your life, but this may also be a feminine sign, an earth or a water sign. Okay? Even though this is fire energy, it's fire energy showing that this is how they attack you. They attack you with a lot of animosities, aggressions, abrasiveness. They come at you that way, and it's like overbearing. And you're just like, dude, like, chill. Like, you're coming at them with the King of Swords here, and you're like, look, chill. I want to deal with this. So you could be a Pisces, a Gemini, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. Heavy Aryan energy coming through here. We also have Aquarius, or excuse me, Libra energy. We have any of the earth signs. We have heavy Libra energy showing, and Scorpio energy. So earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, right? Or that could be who you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. You could just have that heavily aspect in your chart, or this person could have that heavily aspect in your chart. But this is your journey. You're happy with your journey. And you want to know if you're on the right journey? Yeah, you are. So the 6 of Cups could indicate love in the sense of being loved by those around the world. Whatever the love is that's coming into your life, I just want you to know, Pile 3, it's equal give and take. Like, it's not you just giving away anymore. It's like, I feel like this person that you're dealing with currently is somebody that you have given to time and time again, and they cannot reciprocate the love that you have for them. Wow. Okay, these two want to come out. And that's frustrating you. Look, we've got instinct on the bottom. Yeah, you definitely know in your heart of hearts that this person, that they're not, it's not that they hate you or anything like that. I feel like they're just putting their burdens on you. So we'll check out this card in a minute. But we've got perspective flipped over, Milky Way. Okay, that makes so much sense. I've got you here. And it's like you're so excited about this journey. You're so excited about the steps that you've taken for yourself. It's like you want somebody to share it with, and I feel like you do share it with this person. But then somehow they always turn the subject back around to themselves. It's like you're like, oh, you know what? I started this new project and it's really going well and people are really responding to it. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's like the time that I went to, the ocean and I had to look. We've got the watcher on the bottom. Yeah, so they watch you. Like they're paying attention to you. They know what's going on. I feel like there's a lot of jealousy coming from this card too. This person is jealous that you're going to leave them behind and they don't know what to do. This is a codependent relationship and you're done with the codependency side of it. Okay. No, like that came through so strong here. I got you. But there's like this energy. It's like you really want to share it with them and it's like you just want somebody to listen. Like you don't. Oh, I'm so glad that card came out. You don't want to talk about the things that they want to talk about. You just want to share with them. It's like, that excitement. It's like, can you just listen to what I have to say? Like that King of Swords energy here. It's like, can you just listen to me for just a second? And then when they don't, like you are also in that mindset of knowing, look, they're not going to listen to me. So sometimes I feel like you just cut your story in half and you never finish what it is that you're saying. And they don't realize it because they're too busy trying to get you back into a reversal King of Swords energy, which is manipulative. That the King of Swords in the reverse is somebody who's a narcissist energy, smooth with their words. They say what everybody wants to hear. They don't say the truth. But you've come away from that energy of saying what everybody else wants to hear, and you've stepped up into energy of, look, I'm just going to say the truth, whether it hurts you or not. And I feel like you tell the truth to this person a lot of times, and it really bothers them. And it really bothers them, and you're confused because you're like, I've done this before, and it seemed like everything worked out for me, but what the hell? Like, it just feels like I'm stuck. This is very stuck energy. Let me grab my ghetto bag over here and get some other messages for you guys. I had this I was telling this to the other piles, I had this in a velvety bag, but then I ran out of room because I made too many of them, which is cool. I did what I felt like I needed to, and so now I have it in a nice Ziploc bag. It's cool. So you work with what you got. Oh, wow. I didn't want that many, but okay. There's purpose for everything. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Wow. Okay. It's cool. I won't put these back. I know what you want. So we have Psychic Attack here. I feel like this is indicative of this Queen of Wands in reverse. They definitely go out of their way to psychically attack you, whether they're conscious of it or not. So don't get mad at this person because they could be doing it subconsciously. It just could be a reaction of the way that they've always lived, right? And so they don't know how to react to you. They don't even know how to respond to you. So instead of doing anything, they just revert back to that old energy that they knew kind of got you in their grasp before. Okay, yeah, the heart chakra. Okay, it's interesting because we have definitely perspective and then embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. And we have the heart chakra coming out. So it's definitely continue to work on your heart chakra area, whether that's doing yoga or meditations or chakra activations or journaling about the heart chakra, about the emotions that you feel, definitely will help open the heart chakra for you. This is about learning how to let love in. Even if this person doesn't know how to love you the way that you need to be loved, can you still let love in? Can you still see them as knowing this is the only way that they can love you, right? It's funny that this one came out. This one came out in another pile too. Walk with nature. Yeah, this is, again, spending time with Mother Nature will help you develop that heart chakra. It will help you connect with your intuition, and it will help keep you grounded. And I feel like being grounded is so very important in this for you, pile 3, because when you get too stuck in your emotions or in your head, you forget to ground yourself in the nature and the natural world, and that will put you into a panic situation, okay? I don't know why I feel like I need to stack these up over here, but we're just going to go with it. This is... Okay, I'm going to put this one aside for a minute because I'm not really sure what that means. Okay, you are not alone. Alright. You are not alone. Don't worry, I understand where that's going now. I see what they're saying with this. yeah, you're not alone. You're being guided by your guides, your angels, your guardians, your source, the higher being, whatever it is, the universe, the cosmic intelligence, however you see it. You're not alone. You've never been alone. You also have your partner, your whoever it is that you're meant to be with, your soul family. Everybody's with you spiritually and energetically. They're trying to help keep you away from this psychic attack. They're trying to help keep you into a place of love and of just being able to continue on with your journey. Okay, and it says you aren't putting in any real effort. All right, and I feel like this isn't... Okay, so this is a two-edged sword here. So part of this goes for the Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's like they're not putting any real effort into your guys' connection. They're not. Whether this is a loved one, whether this is a family member, whether this is a romantic relationship, however it is, okay? They're not putting in any real effort. And likewise, you're not putting any real effort to really cut that off. Like, you feel like you have and you've changed a lot. But at this point, it's kind of like Source is saying it's time for you to really just cut the cord. Like, you get psychic attacked by this person, so you really need to cut the cords and just say, look, maybe we have to spend time with each other, and I get that, but I don't have to spend it with you. I need to go and take care of my stuff, okay? And so this, I think, comes from the Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups energy. I'll put these up here. So this says, you make my fantasies real. So I feel like because you're the King of Swords energy, you're going to get your Queen of Swords, your other half, well, your other whole is what we should say, your other whole, the person who's your equal, the person who's going to nurture this relationship, nurture this love, right? And that's the thing. It's like you've grown so much that this person is just kind of like so amazed by you. Don't get too caught up in the love situation of this, though. Instead, focus on dealing with cutting the ties with this, okay? Like, you need to really feel this situation out. You need to let it hit your heart. You need to let it hit your emotional being, your emotional center, and feel it and get rid of this energy so that you can invite in your equal, okay? Like somebody who cares about you, somebody who wants to love you fully, okay? That's what I think that's why this came up, because it's like, what is this coming towards? You're going to come into a union with somebody, okay? And again, it doesn't have to be a romantic union. Don't get this twisted. Union can be soul family. Union can be family, right? Some family member, long-lost family member where you guys just click. It could be anything, really. All right? So I am going to read the Grace card. I'm going to read this Embrace Your Emotions. But let's get into the cards that we have here. We have Milky Way Perspective. So this is like asking you to come at this relationship from a higher perspective, okay? Knowing that you care about this person, that's fine. But seeing that there's nothing you can do to change them, and so there's no need to share your achievements with this person. There's no need to share your excitements with this person, because somebody is going to come into your life eventually that you'll be able to share everything with, and they're going to be just as excited about it as you. But this person's going to use those achievements to make you feel bad. They're going to say like things under, like, I feel like this person says a lot of stuff under their breath, like, oh yeah, right, you think that's a good thing, or oh my gosh, you're never going to succeed. Like, they tell you things to make you try to stop this journey, okay? So you're on the right path, and it's bringing you to a union, a family union, a love union, a situation where you're not going to be alone. You're not alone. It's going to bring you into the people who are meant to be with you, okay? But you need to change your perspective and see that there's no light at the end of the tunnel with this person. This person is shrouded in their own darkness, and misery loves company, okay? Pile 3, misery loves company, and they don't want to be alone. They want you to suffer with them, and you're not. You're in a very high vibrational energy, and they feel that separation right now. And because they feel that, they feel like they're back to being alone in their own misery, and that really bothers them. And I feel like you don't let them affect you too much when they bring in this, because you're just like, oh, here we go again. But it's that, like, you also are the one that's putting yourself in that place, like by sharing your excitement with them, by sharing the way you feel with them, by sharing these things with them. It's like, just sometimes your biggest advocate will be silence. Yeah, tsunami, wake-up call, right? This is your wake-up call. Like, you, with perspective here, this is about coming up into a higher vibration. Like, if you need to share your excitement with somebody, share it with Source. Even though Source knows about it, Source loves hearing about it. Your angels and guides, they love hearing about it. They love talking with you. They love just hearing you talk. Like, it's exciting. They're just as excited as you. And if that's weird, it's like so here's the deal. Part of the law of attraction is acting as though you already have it in this moment. So if this feels weird to you, well, just pretend that there's a friend in front of you and you're just telling a friend. And that's you acting as though you already have it. And then just imagine how they'd act. Even if somebody isn't going to act that way, it will help get you used to talking to your guides. Right? This is moving into a higher vibration because you know this person always brings you into a lower vibration. Even if you don't let it bother you, there's still deep down, there's a compartmentalized fear that they're right. Okay? And there's going to be a huge tidal wave that comes in and changes this whole situation up. And this person's not going to be ready to let go of you just like that. But you're already moved on. Like, you're the one that's already leaving, right? They're watching. They're looking at you. They want to see everything that you're doing. Like, this card, it's beautiful. It's the card that's on the box. But it's like, when this card comes out, it always gives me that real stalker feeling. It's like they don't want to admit that they know every step that you're taking. They want you to tell them so that they can bring you down. Like, that's this energy that's coming from this, okay? And 6, it's the number 15 card. It's 6. It's about finding balance with yourself, right? This is about finding balance with yourself. Be your own support system. Be excited for yourself. Shoot, go out and walk in nature and be like, you know what, pile 3? You're talking to yourself, right? So insert your name here. But you know what, pile 3? I did a good job today. You know what? I got this and this done, and I did this, and I'm really excited about trying this, and I'm really excited about moving here, and I'm really excited about going through all this. And it might seem weird at first, but you're going to get used to it, and you're going to be like, no, like, I deserve to be exalted for what I'm doing. Not like put on a pedestal, but celebrated for what it is that I'm doing, because I'm doing something that a lot of people don't have the courage to do. All right? We have 43, which is 7. 7 is lucky if you change what it is that you're doing, which makes sense. Change this, because this person's all about giving you this, taking you out of your heart, taking you out of being by yourself, taking you out of really, truly growing with yourself, because they want to put you in the psychic attack. So this is creation and snake. It's like just telling you to really focus on your own creations. Focus on yourself. Focus on your self-love. Focus on you. You're the one that matters in this. Not them, you. And that may seem selfish, but it's not. This person does not want to see you succeed, because if you succeed, the question I hear them asking is, where does that leave me? Well, you know what? They have their own life to live, and if they tried to control your life because they didn't want to live their own life, well, that has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with them and not wanting to take care of what they need to take care of. Because when you're gone, that means that they have to face a twofold here. They have to embrace their own emotions. They have to face the way that they feel, and that is scary for them. They don't want to do that. So let's read this Grace card and see what that's bringing you here. 32, 30, 30, 30. Okay, here we go. I love this card. I love all these cards. They're so pretty. I don't bring them out very often, but Grace. This dragon flies into our lives when we have been or are struggling with self-worth issues, self-respect, self-love, or when we have been neglecting ourselves in our own care. It's time to look at ourselves and see us for who we truly are. Can I say more? Like, come on, pile 3. The truth about you is you are amazing. I know you want someone to share with and maybe have somebody say that you're amazing. If you need someone to say it, let me say it again. You are incredibly amazing, beautiful, wonderful. You have a heart of gold and you're worth it. There, I said it. You don't need this person in your life to say it to you. We are magnificent human beings learning about ourselves and discovering ways to let go of our self-imposed limitations and self-limiting beliefs. Grace's words are simple. Stop it. Now. You are much more than you could possibly imagine. You can achieve so much more than you foresee. Believe in yourself. Push the boundaries of your self-imposed limits. If you don't try, you will never know. And if you perceive that you have failed, remember, it is not a failure, only an experience given to you to learn from. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Dragons have an issue with the word love. due to our continued misuse of it. So they have opted instead for grace, which they tell me is more encompassing and authentic. Grace is a depth of acceptance of all that is within and outside of us. It's the end of the struggle and an embracing of a whole of us as we are in this now moment. Beautiful! Self-acceptance. This is about you learning how to accept yourself and not relying on what somebody outside of the picture is saying about you, okay? And then let's read this one. Embrace your emotions. I love these. I'm so happy about these cards. I can't even express it. I know I say it on every reading. These cards are just, I love them. I love them. This beautiful unicorn, this little girl that's riding this unicorn. It says, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Feelings and emotions are part of who you are. Allow yourself to feel what is going on for you. Your feelings can alert you to the truth of a situation. Take positive steps to determine why you feel the way you do. Emotions come under 4 categories: happiness, sadness, anger, and fear. Once you figure out what is going on for you, you can take power away from an emotion. Experience an emotion you are uncomfortable with expressing can be a big challenge. Journaling is a way to process and clarify difficult emotions. Writing about your emotions will help you organize your thoughts and work through your feelings. So his wings in this card express your ability to overcome or transcend your current circumstances. You're in a period of growth and learning how to better understand yourself. Exactly what Grace said too. Your perspective, your wake-up call, focusing on your creations, putting in the effort. Stop lying to yourself that this person's going to change, because all they want to do is attack you psychically, right? They send a lot of bad juju. I heard maldito ojo. That's what I heard. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the bad eye or evil eye, okay? I've just always learned it as maldito ojo, and so, because I didn't know what it was until a few years ago, and that's when I heard it, that's what I learned it as. So that's what I know it as, is maldito ojo. And so it's like, you're not alone. Reconnect with your feelings, your heart, and go out and be with nature, because being with nature is being with God. Being with nature is being with source energy. Like, you've got so much going on for you, pile 3. Like, all these piles were amazing to connect with, but I just want you to know it's been an honor to truly connect with your energy, and just, you don't see yourself as the amazing person that you are, and that's hard, because if this person's any indication, this means that you grew up in a situation where a lot of people didn't appreciate your gifts and talents, or they maybe put you in situations where you had to question your gifts and talents, and that's hard. That's hard, because that makes us question our worth, that makes us question our value, and that makes us question who we are. So it's not about finding love for the situation, it's about being graceful with the situation and allowing that grace to blossom within you so that you can learn the deeper part of who you are, and self-acceptance, right? Accepting the good and the bad. I have a story for you guys real quick while I get these cards taken care of here. And this is just an example of self-acceptance, okay? And this is hard for me to talk about, but I feel like this is what needs to be said, because sometimes we have a hard time accepting the things that we've done wrong in life, okay? Now, yesterday was my dog's birthday, right? Beautiful. She turned 13. It was her golden birthday on the 13th, and it's cute because it was Friday the 13th. Just an amazing experience with her. I just love her so much. She's been on this journey with me since she was a few weeks old, and she's one puppy of 12. She survived a really harrowing experience when she was a puppy. Okay, long story short, when I was with my narcissistic ex, he basically made me choose him or her. And me being in the energy that I was in, because I grew up in a family that didn't know how to show love, I chose him, right? And maybe you guys might think terribly of me, but again, I didn't know then what I know now. And so I ended up choosing him, and I left her for a couple of years with my parents, and then my mom's the one who ended up bringing her with me, and was like, basically like, you need to have your dog, Becky. And I was like, I know I need her, because she could tell, my mom knew every time I was with her how much better I felt and how much calmer I felt, because I'm empathic with animals, especially dogs. I'm very empathic with dogs. And it was just much better for me. She calms me down. She's like, I guess you could say a therapy dog in ways. I think we all feel that way when we own an animal. But then when my mom helped me get her to where I was living at, and then I should have known better because my ex was very rough with her, like very rough with her, and put her through a lot of like just stress. And then I ended up ignoring her for a time being. Okay, again, if you think terribly of me, understand my story. This is about self-acceptance, okay? And I ended up ignoring her for a time, and the reason being is because I would show her love, and when I would show her love, it would cause, look, I got the King of Swords on the bottom after shuffling. That's crazy. When I would show her love, he would get jealous, and it would cause a huge fight between us. And for me, in that situation, rather than going through the fight and the argument that it would cause, it was just easier to, it was easier not to face it at all, right? And so not facing it all meant that I would ignore her, and it meant that I wouldn't give her love, and it meant that I would only let him give her love, and that created a lot of stress for her, and she started tearing up trash cans and stuff like that. All right, and so the other day, the day before her birthday on the 12th, I was walking her, and I realized this, and because I've been asking for help for self-acceptance with my angels, my guides, the dragons, whoever it is, you know, we all believe in, whatever. And I had this realization of self-acceptance is truly accepting the good with the bad, right? And in that moment, I had to say it out loud. I accept myself for the bad things that I know I'm capable of. Like, when I didn't know any better about my situation, I was capable of choosing a man that wasn't serving my purpose over somebody like a child, because I don't have children. But to me, my dog is my child, and you guys could be like, it's not the same thing. It's not, but it's a step, right? It's a step in that direction of having somebody to take care of. But I thought about it. What if she was my daughter from a prior relationship? I still feel like I would have done the same thing. I still feel like I would have experienced that same situation. And that's part of accepting it. That's the darkness, the shadow within us. It's like we have to accept that. And it's like, those are the things, like there's a shadow part of you that's trying to arise here that you need to accept. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I said that out loud, I accept that I could have easily chosen this man over even having a blood child. And I accept that that is within me, and that's a part of who I am, and that I'm capable of that. It was like this huge weight was lifted off of my shoulders, and it was like the fear that I had when it came to my dog, it was gone. And I knew that I could love her the way that I needed to love her, and the way that I was capable of loving her. And it really kind of like, I felt this like brick wall that was there in between us. I felt it kind of crumble down, because it's just been, I've been seeing her unravel to her old self over the last year and 2 years now. Okay, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, this journey of self-acceptance really truly means being able to accept the good, but also to accept and honor the bad. When we have those moments of darkness that we don't like to admit, this is hard for me to admit because she's an innocent being. That's not something that she should have ever experienced. No, but she did, and I can't change that. All I can do is accept that I went through it and forgive myself for that, and ask for her forgiveness, and just forgive the situation, because I didn't know then what I know now. And I did the best with what I knew then. And the best then was just self-preservation. It wasn't even about survival, it was just self-preservation. And then I learned how to survive. When I could really truly learn and honor myself, I learned how to survive. And so this is about you learning how to do more than just preserve your energy, to preserve yourself. This is about you learning how to survive and move on from a situation that's not serving you. So whatever it is that you need to accept that's within you, that you don't even want to look at, you don't want to deal with, because you're like, no, how could I be a person that even considers that or thinks about that? We all do. We're human. And being human means that we live in a world of duality. And living in a world of duality means that without the good, there is not the bad. Without the bad, there is not the good. And this is a bad experience that I feel personally I went through. And for some of you guys, it might not seem like that big of a deal. And for others of you, it might feel like I'm a terrible person in the world, but it doesn't matter, because that's the thing. It's not about what other people think. It's about what I experienced. It's about how I felt. It's about owning the emotions that I had. And it's about forgiving myself, and in turn, in that forgiveness of self, accepting the things that I have done. Because nobody did those actions but me. And nobody else can forgive me. Nobody else can accept them. I'm the only one that can forgive and accept. That is what judgment is. Looking at our own actions and accepting them, and allowing ourselves to see that that was just a very human moment that we experienced. And that's that human moment that we experience is something that everybody experiences. Okay? So I hope that this helps you. You're on the right path, pile 3. Just allowing yourself to have that internal acceptance of who you are, and just knowing that, yeah, maybe there are things that aren't pretty, but it's those things too that also create the strengths within you, because those are very vulnerable pieces of yourself. And that's where strength lies. It's not pretty, but it means that you're not impossible to be human, okay? This is what I have for you. Love you guys. I'm sending you out so much light and love. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.